Hi everyone and welcome to Crafty Therapy. I hope you all enjoy tonight because we've been in the lockdown for the last 5 days and maybe you might need a little bit of time out for yourself tonight to do a little bit of crafting or to watch the video and do a bit of crafting later. If you come on, don't forget to say hi and leave a comment and share. I'm giving away a stamp set this month. Yeah, so that's exciting, but you'll find out on the 1st of next month who wins it and what the stamp set is. It's a bit of a surprise, but that's okay. Tonight, what are we doing? We're making a card with this beautiful Love You Always suite. And I'm also more using the Designer Series paper. So I love the black and white Designer Series paper. Hi Kaz, how are you? And Joy, thank you for coming on. Yeah, I love the Designer Series paper, and I love this one in particular because it is black and white. We can actually apply colour to it, so I'm going to apply a little bit of colour to one of the flowers tonight and then share a card how to make that up into a card. We're also going to use some of the specialty Designer Series paper, which is absolutely beautiful. It's Sahara sand and silver, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. But it has got pinks in it. It's got, oh yeah, the specialty paper in this set is absolutely gorgeous. It's this one here, this set here. So it is gorgeous. I mean, there's so much you could do with this set, and I mean, I bought the whole suite, but we won't be using the whole suite tonight. Hi Narelle, how are you, sweetie? Yeah, so without further ado, let's move down to the workbench and hi Kaz, work down here, move down here. Okay, now I've cut out one of the little flowers from the Designer Series paper. I've actually cut out some others, but I've already coloured them, but I'll share them with you in a minute. Let's colour this. Now I'm going to use the new Aqua new water painters. These are really gorgeous, and I'm going to be using the Pacific Point ink, and I'm going to do it up on a block. And I'm just going to pop it onto the block. So it's quite a dark blue, that one. When I use my watercolour pens, I like to use a block for the simple reason is that the water doesn't get into the ink pad then. And we're also going to use Granny Apple Green. Don't you just love the names of the stamps? Granny Apple Green. So do you have control with these new brushes? You have a lot more control. They're wonderful. They're all different. We have a larger one and a smaller one, and then we have a wide brush one. These come in a set of 3, and they are just beautiful to use. You can get really beautiful painting done with them, watercolouring painting done with them. Just absolutely gorgeous. So if you haven't got a set of them and you're still using the old aqua painters, I would definitely purchase at least 1 pack of these and give them a go, because they are just absolutely so much different to use. Got a lot more control because the water doesn't keep leaking out like the aqua painters did, and a lot of people were put off because they got too wet. So it has got a push little button here. It's got water in it, and you fill the cylinder up. So they actually unwind the opposite way for some reason. They're like back to front. They unwind this way. You fill it up with water, and then you wind it back this way, and you press where it says push, and you'll see on my hand in a minute it getting wet. I don't know if you can see it on my hand, but you have more control with these ones because yeah, like I said, they're just so beautiful to use. So I'm going to pick up some Pacific Point, and you can just add a little bit of water into down here. Can you see the water pop out there? Yeah, that's so good to use. So we're going to come in and we're just going to start colouring You got really good control with this pen. I really love it. So we're just going to come in and start highlighting where we want to put our ink. And then you can darken it or soften it where you want to. So I'm going to come in around where all the lines are. That gives you a bit of a guide where to start your painting from. So where the lines are. And you can see that I've only added the pen once so far into the ink. So it does pick up, and you've got a lot more control with this pen. Okay, so we're going to come through. And I'm leaving some of the tips white, the tops are white at the moment, because I don't want them all coloured in. And we're following the lines. Okay, so that's really good. So you can sort of see how much this is spreading and how far we're going painting this with just the one application of ink at the moment, which is really great. If you're not booked into my technique class, it's free at the moment. So if you're on my team, it's definitely free. If you're a customer, it's free until the end of April. I'll just wait and see what COVID does. I've sort of got it free at the moment because of COVID, because everyone's struggling at the moment, so I've got it free. But it would be really worth it. It's only $20 a month, and it's really worth it. You get the videos. You'll get 4 videos every Wednesday. I'm not sure on the time. It's between 1 and 4 in the afternoon, just when I get a spare moment, but I'll always put the time up for you on that site that I'm going to be coming on to. So if you need to, or you want to join the technique, we started last week and it's brilliant. You'll be able to look back on this technique, and you'll be going through lots of techniques. I'm starting from beginners and we're working all our way through. Now, if you want to come in a little bit darker, just pick up over here where it's not so wet. And these have got the most finest little points. I just love the fineness of these points. And you can come in around a little bit darker where you want to come in a little bit darker. Okay, so you can actually pick up and come in that little bit darker where you want to, and highlight your flower up. Okay, and you might not want to do it all over. You might want to just do it in particular spots. And you can sort of see that the application is really good. Like, it really is a fantastic way of painting. You've got more control with these brushes than ever before. So I just love them. I've been using aqua painters and different painters for a long time, so this one is just magical. I'm just going to come through. And you've got really good control of that colouring in. Hi to anyone that's come on. How's everyone cope with the 5-day shutdown that we've just had? Did you get to do some crafting? It was a bit hard on a lot of people because they still had homeschooling to do. So, makes it a little bit awkward. Okay, so just colour it to how you want it to look. And you'll get that really lovely colouring in through there. Okay, So you can sort of see I've left a little bit of white tip, but now it's sort of faded off a little bit. If you want to, you can come through and do a little bit of blue on those ones, just leave a little bit white. Okay, so you can sort of colour it in a little bit more if you want to, just very lightly. Watercolouring is one of the things that we will be doing in the technique book, and we're starting from basics, so it's a really good class to join. You'll learn how to coordinate, how to bring in different colour inks and everything. Clean your brush just backwards and forwards on your grid paper or some paper towel. Just give it a press with water so that the water comes out, and you can see that it will just come out nice and clean. Okay, so now we're going to pick up the Granny Apple Green. I love the names of our inks. Now that's got a lot of ink on it, so I'm going to start very mindfully just around the outside edges here of the flower. And the same on this side. So you can see I'm not colouring the whole leaf in all at once to start off with. I'm just highlighting where I want it a little bit darker around that flower end. And then you can come up with it because it's lighting, it's a little bit lighter now, so I'm going to just come up a little bit lighter. Okay, I need to pick up a second application. You can add a little bit of water to it. Just push on that little button where it says push, or on the side where it says push, until you get the water coming through. Okay, now we're going to come through and colour where we want it to be. The same with this one. Whoop. So you might want to colour all one side and part of the other. It's entirely up to you to have a look at your flower and see which way the light's going. Okay, so we're going to come in with this one. Now if you want it a bit darker, go over where it's not wet, where it's not quite so wet, and you can actually come in and do that little bit darker. Underneath the stem there. I'll hold it up in a minute for you. I don't know if you can exactly see what I'm doing, but I hope you can. Okay, we'll come back in. Now I just want a little bit on this side on this leaf, and a little bit on the side of this leaf. And come back in on this one. A lot of people, when they paint leaves, they paint just the leaf, like the whole leaf, and one application. Sometimes I can do up to 5 applications on a leaf to get it to look realistic. So that's learning how to use your aqua painters and how to actually add the colour to make it stand out. And you can sort of see that you get how it blends. So you've got the darker and the lighter and a bit of white coming through still. Okay. But like I said, if you're not in that class, technique book class, and you want to join, just get in touch with me and I'll send you the link for you to join. Not a problem. So I'm just going to fussy cut around this. Like I said, I already have done one lot of flowers already, so that we didn't have to wait. Same way, using the water painter. And I just love this designer series paper. It's just so beautiful. Even to paint on, it's just so beautiful. And it's got stripes on the back of this one. Yeah, but it's just really, really lovely. So you've got lots of different choices that you can make, and the die cuts are just to die for. So might be using it for a few weeks by the looks of it, because there's just so much to share. Okay, as you can see, it doesn't take long to fussy cut. I know everyone loves our beautiful die cuts, and so do I, but I also still enjoy a little bit of fussy cutting. Okay, so these are the flowers I coloured before. So we've got a nice little bunch of flowers here. Okay, these are all gorgeous. So I'm just going to put them aside for a minute, and I'm going to show you the little embossing folder that I was talking about that we were going to use tonight. Is the Meadow Moments, and this is one of the ones for the small embossing machine. If you cut and emboss machine, if you get the little mini one, but you can still use it on the big one. So I'm just going to share that with you tonight, and I'm just going to use the leaves, and we're just going to put our cardstock into the center. Okay, we're just going to bring up our beautiful new machine. I just love this machine. So when we're using our 3D embossing folders, we just use plate number 1 because they're all numbered. So it's plate number 1. We do not use any 3s. So we take the 3s away. And we use, don't use plate number 2 either. We just use plate number 1 and plate number 4. And then we wind that through. Now hang on a minute, did I just do that wrong? No, plate number 1 and plate number 4. Just wanted to check. I'm just going to move this back out of the way. And I'm going to just grab this, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And I don't know if you can see the embossing, but we're going to do a little bit of brayering on this just so that you can sort of see where I've embossed it. So we're going to come in with a little bit of the Granny Apple Green, and I'm just going to come over the top of it here just so that it pops out. These brayers come with 1 handle, 3 sponges. So they're really good to use. I wasn't too sure about them when they first come out because I really love my old brayer, but I've got used to working with them now. Okay, so we're going to bring in the green, and then we're going to bring in a bit of this Pacific point up the top. Oh, I've got another one that I already embossed up before, so I'm going to just do the bottom of that one as well while I've got the green out. I did a little bit of embossing a little bit earlier, just so that we didn't have so much to do. And just keep rubbing backwards and forwards, you'll get that nice blend, and it will just pop out, and I hope you can see that. Okay, so now we're going to bring in the Pacific point. So I'm just going to rub my roller brayer over this side, and I'm just going to line up our blue, and I just want it really light, so I'm just going to come in from the top and just bring a little bit of the Pacific in as well, just to give it that little bit of touch of colour up top. Don't forget when you're using your brayer to actually roll and lift, roll and lift, roll and lift, because if you just go like that, you're just going to get that much. You're just going to get that tiny little bit, so you need to lift it and in one area, you can just come in with it in one area. So you can still see you get that nice look. Okay, we're going to do the top of this one, and then I'm going to give you the measurements of the card. And we'll put the card together. So, backwards and forwards, up top. Just keep rolling it, or I should say, just keep rolling it backwards and forwards. It will become nice and smooth for you. A little bit different working to the braids we used to have. Okay, so just a little bit, takes a little bit to do, but it looks lovely. So you can still see for our front and the inside of the card, they sort of look really nice together. Okay. Okay, so let's get our card. So our card is going to measure 10.5 centimetres by 21 centimetres. So that's just like a little bit cut off the table. And it's ordered at 14.5. And then I'll just pull this one back again. Okay, back to the score line. So it's like I said. Okay. Can you see that? So we put it at 14.5, and then we brought this one back to the score line. This is where your bone fold comes in really handy, because you can just do that beautiful, nice score on it. Okay. So I'm going to put the inside one here, and this is really lovely because you can still write on this because it's light. So you can still write your message on here, which is really lovely. If you're using a Tombow or multi-purpose liquid glue on the back of this. Okay, I can hear you saying, what's the measurements, Trace? I will give it to you right now. Okay, with the measurement of this one, it is 14 by 10. Okay, because this is 14.5 by 10.5. So this is 14 by 10. So we're just going to pop that into the centre, and we're going to have that little nice border all the way around. Okay, so that's going to fold like that. And then we're going to use this beautiful specialty paper. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is the Sahara Sand one with the leaves. And we're going to use this right on here. It's just really just, yeah, it's just gorgeous. Just pops the card because it's got a little bit of silver, a little bit of Sahara sand. Goes well with the basic black. Okay, so that looks good. Then we're going to have the basic black coming on here, and we're going to bring this one onto here. Okay, so when you're actually doing this one, you want to line it up so that it's sort of the same distance from here to here to here to here. Okay, so it's just in half. So you just want to put the glue on one half. Okay, and then you want to come back down, make sure you've got it where you want it. Just going to hold it for a minute. So you can sort of see now that this is how the card is going. Okay. Now, if you wanted to, you can put a black mat in here and a white mat in here on top of that if you want to, if you don't want to write on this back bit. Okay, we're going to bring this bit on the front, which has brightened it up a little bit. Okay, so this goes on here. Which is really gorgeous. Then we've got our beautiful flowers to put on here as well, which we're going to raise up and work out exactly where we're going to pop these flowers. I'm going to pop it around. We just got to work out where we're going to, which way we're going to put them. I'm a little bit lost with flowers. Just going to use the bone folder to stretch the paper a little bit and just curl them a little bit. And then we're going to use our dimensions, which is a light case. This is how I keep all my dimensions and everything in these great containers. We're going to use the black ones. Okay, so we're going to put the dimensions on the back of it. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves and back at work today. A lot of people love to get out of their home. They've been locked down for so long. I've been locked down for 2 years. It feels like it with the cancer and the gallbladder and then COVID. Had a triple whammy, but that's okay. We survived it all. Okay, so this is coming on here. We're going to have it hanging down just a little bit. So it's going to come off the front just a little bit. And then this one is going to work out where I'm going to pop this one. I think I'll pop that one just in under there, which is really nice. I want to pop it in under the flower, I think, that flower. Okay, so a couple of dimensions on this one. Who likes black and white theme? I love the black and white theme. I do. And then you can add any colour you like to it. It's really good. I used the bone folder on this piece just a minute ago, so you want to just run your bone folder, don't forget to run that bone folder onto your paper. It will just help give it a little bit of a curl. I sort of want that down, coming through that flower there. It's funny how we want things where we want them. Okay, so you can sort of see that it turns out really beautiful. Okay, so let me show you if we put a layer inside that. Okay, I'm just going to grab another layer. Now, if you want your layer inside, which to write on, which I like, you need to, I'm going to put the ink, I'm going to put the layer on, so I'm going to just share with you how to do this. You want to line it up so the top one is over the top of the bottom one. Okay. And we just want to make sure that that is where we want it. We can move it around a little bit because don't forget we're lucky that the Tombow will move around a little bit, so it's really good. You still got the nice background, which is really lovely, that blends in with the card, but some people really do like a plain white piece to write on, so you can put that on there and you can write on it, and you can see that that covers it up. So that's a beautiful little card. Okay, then you can also put some words on here if you wanted to, and just got to see what words I want on this one. I think this, oh, that's a celebration one. Let me see. I'm just looking for the stamp set. Here it is. Oh no, this is the art gallery one. This is the art gallery one. This is the love one. So, but this one's got a nice little thank you, a sweet little thank you. It's got a sweet little good luck, congratulations, I miss you, happy birthday, you are lovely, I'm thinking of you, best wishes, and sorry. But I really love the little thank you, and I love the happy birthday as well. I think, you know, the writing is really gorgeous on this set. Turn it over so I can read it. Okay, thank you fell out, we'll use that because it's so little. Okay, I'm just going to line that up and grab a small block. And I'm just going to use the Pacific Point ink. Now that ink is very wet, so I won't press down very hard in it. I like to give it a try first, so let's try it. Yes, it's straight. It's always important to make sure that it's straight. And then we're just going to come straight onto the card. Thank you. How gorgeous is that? Okay. Hi everyone. Hi Tanya, how are you? That card. The painting is beautiful, and I just love using our new water painters. It's so much more control. Don't forget to share, like, and leave a comment. You could be the lucky winner to go in the spin drawer. Now, the spin drawer is like, I put everyone's names in and it spins around, and I haven't worked out how to actually put it on Facebook yet, but I've actually got the app to spin it around and put everyone's names in, and then it comes out with a winner. And last month, Robin Kelly won. Hi, Mindy, how are you? It's absolutely beautiful, and painting with those painters, oh my God, they are just terrific. Don't forget, celebration is the thing of this month. Oh, I can't believe we're already nearly at the end of February. It's the 18th today. Yeah, so it's not that much longer, and so get those orders in because you don't want to miss out. I have the link on, so you can click straight onto the store if you want to, and go in there and create an account and place your orders. That's not a problem. Or if you're a demonstrator, just place your orders on your demonstrator order, and you still get your celebration. So that's a really good thing too. Now the technique book, I wanted to give you a quick little geezer of it, what we did this week. So this week we talked about one ink and shadowing. So we did, this is the technique, so I'll tell you on the days what to write on it. So we did leaves, because it's important to know your inks and your markers and your blenders and everything else. Then how many times you can get one application from a colour of the ink, and they're all very different. Then we went into flowers, and that's a sneak peek. So if you want to join that, I'm breaking up. Really? Oh my God. Yes, I am. It's flicking. Okay guys, I'm going to not talk anymore. I'll catch you all later, and thank you for joining me tonight. Love you all. God bless, and I will see you crafty.